Hello everyone and welcome back. How are you doing? You all are doing well. Nice to see you all. We've got one more series tonight. I promise you it'll be a good one. It'll be Swordfish, Volt, OUG, Overcast. And again, it's our second day in a row that we get to see a Swordfish team. Do I not have my camera on? I do not have my camera. I was wondering what was happening when I went to the screen. See, is there? Hello, it's back. Give it a second. It will zoom in on me and it'll focus a little bit more. Welcome everybody. My name's Sporty FC. It's nice to see you all. Welcome to the Sporty stream. It's What Up Gaming versus Swordfish. And again, we saw Swordfish yesterday in Swordfish Academy when they swept in their win over 100x throwing. Not 100x throwing. Against Valhalla Team Mystic. 100x throwing won their match in a sweep as well yesterday. Today, we saw a match earlier. That was New Age Esports Line Pink. New Age winning 3-1. Now we got another best of 5 coming up. OUG, Overcast, Swordfish, Volt. A pretty interesting best of 5 series coming up. We'll be getting info on it very, very soon, hopefully. Again, just trying to see what will happen. Again, just trying to get some quick fix going. Yeah, let's take a look at these lineups. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. But again, our next match, we always Overcast Swordfish Volt. This is a 2v2 matchup if you haven't noticed already. Two teams. The interesting matchup, to say the least. And we have a pretty big deal for these players. A lot of questions, I think, of how well they'll do. Again, you know, these are our teams coming up. You'll be seeing I2S Chaotic. I think he's actually going to be playing on his 2v2 team tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. And more specifically, that team tomorrow would be OUG Brigade. Sorry, his 3v2 team tomorrow. He'll be on his 3v2 team tomorrow on OUG Brigade. So again, interesting that again, he used to be on Striker Esports. Now obviously he's on One Up Gaming, a different organization. You also notice Blue Sabers is here. He is the owner of One Up Gaming. He's also the guy who runs Your Next Up, if you guys know what that platform is. I'm sure if you guys have booked anybody, you've used that platform to get there. Yeah, what a big match. And again, he's going to get Swordfish Volt. Uncle Ben and Papaya were on, I think, Swordfish Specific last year, which was a high-level challenger 2v2 team. They didn't win the whole thing, but they were considered one of the top teams throughout the entirety of the season. Definitely had those chances to win. But they did come up just short. Now, because of how well they did last season, they're now in the All-Star Division. OG Overcast, a newer team, but not new players. Again, Sabers has been on OUG for a while. OG is Chaotic. Running in 2. Then, of course, Skelter, also known as Preston. Don't know what name's going to go by, but I believe he was on Crossbar Bangers last season. A 3v team that actually had a really good start to the season, but by the end of the season couldn't catch up to the talent. They just ran out of steam. Now the question is obviously how well is he going to do here. This one again, the start of the season for both these teams in a 2v2 matchup. Someone's going to win and go 1-0. Someone's going to lose and go 0-1. Find out exactly who it is. But again, interesting matchup to say the least. Again, just looking to get these teams in the lobby and we'll get the series going. As again, we actually have Swordfish already in. It's going to be Uncle Ben and the Zero Fighter. Seems like that's the starting roster anyway, so not too surprising there. Again, going against OUG, I'm assuming it would be Blue Sabers and Skelter. But Chaotic's also not that bad. He was, again, on Striker last season. He's on a couple different teams for Striker. But the real question for me, though, is, you know, Swordfish coming in. This is, you know, a lot of the players from Pacific who are... Actually, no, they were a 3v team last season. But anyways, Uncle Ben is a pretty strong player, but again, All-Star, it's a whole new division. Not used to this. You get used to it pretty quickly because it's not going to be easy. See just how well they play here. can tell you. Not going to be an easy matchup. Best of 5 is pretty short, all things considered. Gotta play pretty well to get yourself a good start, because again, this is only an 8-week season. 8 matches to prove that you're in the top half of the teams in your grouping. Again, of the 10 teams in each group, only 5 are gonna make it in, and again, these guys are in a 10-team group. You have to be in that top 5 to make it into that, into the playoffs. A tough match it will be for everybody, but again, pretty impressive things have happened in the past. These teams looking to make a good season out of this one. And what again will be a best of 5. OUG Overcast, who are they going to play in? Again, they still have 2 minutes before match start time, but I would assume that they're going to be joining in any moment. Getting some warm-ups done, as many teams do. Again, this will be the start of the season. Prediction poll is live as well. Again, you can choose who you think will win. OUG Overcast or Swordfish Fold. Again, an interesting logo for Swordfish, because usually they go with the actual, normal Swordfish logo with the actual, sailfish on it. Which, yes, it is a sailfish on that logo. But in fact, no, they've gone with a V. An interesting looking V. Bolt. One Up Gaming also going with the full One Up Gaming logo, including their My Brand sponsorship. As well as that kind of nebula background, which I always love. You'll see another One Up Gaming team tomorrow in One Up Gaming Brigade. That'll be I2S Chaotix 2v2 team. Sorry, 3v2 team. Not 2v2, we're going to see a 2v2 team today. There's 3v2 team tomorrow in OUG Brigade. That'll be a team that does not have that background. Joining us here is Blue Sabres. Okay, and it's Preston, not Skelter. Let me fix that. So again, if we get a update on that lineup, just to let you know. No, again, it's Preston, not Skelter. He goes by both names, I know. But again, it's nice to see him in here. We're gonna get a good matchup as everybody is in the lobby. Things started, I think, a minute earlier. Why not? Our final best of 5 of the night. Another Skyward series match. 2 teams again joining in at 0-0 records. But this match will determine who will go 1-0 and who will start the season 0-1. One Up Gaming Overcast in the blue. Swordfish Volt, the second Swordfish team we're seeing already this season, on the orange. This is All-Star level. So again, an All-Star match. Yesterday it was not that Swordfish match though. We saw Swordfish and All-Star 3v3s. Yesterday, in 2s, got to see a different battle. The clear down field, zero fighter. We'll get rid of it. Preston up that corner and looking in front for Blue Sabres. Sabres is a pretty scary player, and while he is also just known for his commentary ability and for his ability to run you next up, he also runs this org. Plays pretty well too. I've been able to play against him a couple times, and like in-house friendly stuff. And he's a very solid all-around player. He's also just really good at 1v1s. You don't want to have him be on those situations. Just Preston's gonna keep that one out. Goals just yet, but here's a chance on. Blue Sabres keeps that one away as well. Pressure's mounting again. All-Star match we saw yesterday. Exploring striker Supernova. And we saw that one end in the sweep. Will this go the same way? Already, it seems like it's starting off with the answer of no, because of how close these teams are. Zero Fighter, what a bump! Uncle Ben, that's gonna get a deflection and go in the back of the net. Patiently, Swordfish Volts wait for the opportunity. Zero Fighter gives it to Uncle Ben with that bump on Blue Sabres. Uncle Ben, that initial shot actually wasn't on target, but Preston jumping in. See how things can adjust, as seems like these guys are gonna get us lobby reset as well. Maybe some lag issues for them. But yeah, they're gonna say, yeah, gotta reset for next game, so we'll do that for them here. As for now, for Swordfish Volt, we'll have to deal with that lag. OUG wants to be able to get that one back quickly. Preston to the back corner. Gonna take its time, but Zero Fighter jumping in. There at that one, but maybe a chance here. Zero Fighter down the field. Preston, gotta be careful. Uncle Ben was hoping to bump him out. Dribble from Preston. Blue Sabres now has the ball, but Zero Fighter staying in close proximity. Good touch, but it's still gonna be Under that net is a pinch from Zero Fighter. My goodness, is that in? Oh, it almost did bounce its way in off that corner. Swordfish Volt, then to get a little more confidence as this game goes on. Only one goal up, but they're playing as if they have more. And OUG Overcast just letting it happen. They haven't been able to respond, but here comes Sabers, the fake. Preston won't challenge. Preston, a relatively mechanical player. He's got to be careful about how much he uses those mechanics, especially when Sabers is pushing up so often. Cannot overcommit with him. As here comes Uncle Ben, and he's gonna jump over Blue Sabers, hurdling a man. Now, one-on-one with Preston. A 360, the pop! Preston's gonna keep it out. Zero Fighter can only flick it high and waste time for OUG. But it's Blue Sabers on the ball. Zero Fighter. That one just going to the right side. Looking to get the bump. He does get it. Sabers is gonna get a dunk on Uncle Ben, but it still weighs in the midfield. Preston. One touch. Testing the Swordfish defenses. They've held up so far this game. Only, again, a 1-goal difference. Rare to see a 1v1 game. Sorry, a 2v2 game end this way. It's a relatively low-scoring matchup. And yet, here it is bounce off the corner. Sabers. Touch from Zero Fighter. Preston. Ooh, that's not the touch he really wanted. It's gonna go straight to Zero Fighter, who will send this one to the back wall. Sabers already up to it. Great defense from OUG. Great defense from both these teams, realistically. Need to see a little bit more from the offenses. Some more risk-taking. Can't wait for the chances to come to you. They aren't always going to go that way. Said you got to build them yourself. Before this amount of waiting for both these teams tells me that they're a bit nervous in the series. At the very least, they don't want to make mistakes. 2v2s, you got to take risks. You got to be able to allow yourself to sometimes make mistakes. It happens. You think that teams that try too hard to prevent mistakes are the ones that will make them eventually. In the worst possible positions as Blue Sabers, Uncle Ben off that back wall. It didn't on Preston, but he'll find his way through. OUG Overcast. Running in one at a time, but Swordfish Volta, no issue trying to block this one. A Sabers dribble on. Uncle Ben with the early stop. Preston, backflip from Zero Fighter! And that's gonna be danger in the waters! OUG Overcast will tie it up at 1. Sabers that initial challenge, and what really caught him off guard was the speed of it. Zero Fighter caught out of nets, caught dead to rights, and that backflip doesn't help him any bit. It's a tie game. OUG Overcast get their chance and they take it. Here comes Preston off the kickoff. Ooh, Uncle Ben went for the boost there from that corner. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't like it when players do that. Especially not in 2v2s. In 3s, it could be a little bit more acceptable. Someone has to anyways, but in 2s, there is absolutely no reason to go for the boost when a cheat is so much more advantageous. As Sabers pinched by Uncle Ben, but he's paid for it with his life. Here comes Zero Fighter. Sabers again with that dribble, and he's going to look for a solo play. He's got space. Sabers. He's trying to get that 50 instead. Uncle Ben will keep him out. And here comes Zero Fighter. No beat on Preston. It's OG looking to keep this one up for the last second. Blue Sabers off the ceiling. Zero Fighter will get a touch on it. Preston will let it hit the ground. He's not going to go and try to get another chance out of this one. We'll just instead look for overtime. A Swordfish off the kickoff, and an immediate attack as Uncle Ben landed a boost. Here comes a challenge from Zero Fighter. We haven't seen that kind of aggression in a while from either of these teams. I think for Swordfish themselves starting to get a little bit outplayed by these mechanics here of OUG, but that's a really good challenge from Uncle Ben, and won't get through Blue Sabers. Allows Zero Fighter buy himself some space, although he doesn't use that space very well. Allowing himself to get dunked by Preston, and okay, Uncle Ben, he should have gotten that one. The game will go to OUG Overcast, and I just didn't think that was going in. It's a bad idea from Zero Fighter to go for that when Preston's so close, but Uncle Ben, I mean, that is very savable. He's a capable player. I'm surprised he got back so slowly. The end of game 1, and these guys are asking for a lobby reset. We'll get him a lobby reset here to get into game 2. Game 2, Forbidden Temple. Really, what I need to see is I need to see a lot more offense from these guys. These teams taking so little risk. It's those risks that can really help you. Which of these teams has it in them to, you know, play a little bit higher up, play a little more aggressive? Not be afraid of maybe looking a little silly or maybe overcommitting. Without taking chances, you're not going to find anything soon. OUG Overcast taking game 1. As let's get into game 2 here. Again, we got a quick lobby reset for Swordfish Vault. They didn't like the last one. One looking like it's probably a little better. Let's get into game 2. OUG Overcast, I'm taking game 1 in an overtime. It was a quick one. It was one that ended with Swordfish just not for whatever reason, taking enough care. And so here comes Zero Fighter. Oh, and he just fakes Preston! Why not, says Zero Fighter. If it goes in, it goes in. He won't complain, but that is not what he was looking for. And actually, Preston was ready for his shots, but not that one. An interesting goal, to say the least. But Zero Fighter doesn't mind. It's a fake right in front of the nets, he'll say. And Swordfish are up by 1 here to start off game 2. They may not be up by one for long. Blue Sabres. Oh, what a touch. That's perfectly in front. But Preston can't challenge him again. OUG waiting back, but here's Preston, maybe waiting for a reason. The Fighter keeps it out, but Uncle Ben's gotta get the clear. Preston launched back in for Sabres. He's got the dunk, and he's got the goal. OUG right back at it. And that touch from Preston looked so innocuous at first, but that power gets Swordfish Volts, who are pushing aggressively, looking to wait and see him catch that one. Instead, he makes them backtrack, go all the way back to their nets, but it won't be in time as Blue Sabres will take that in and tuck that goal into the net. Swordfish. Challenged again, Preston. Looking in the midfield, Uncle Ben will keep it out. He'll look for a solo effort, challenged by Blue Sabres. Preston gets past Zero Fighter. Preston still on it. Maybe infield. A Doomsy! Preston! Magician on the field! I mean, that was a good coverage from Uncle Ben. He's covering that front post, and somehow Preston, I mean, he does not hesitate at all to go for that. And already in this first minute, 3 goals. Same number as last game. With its 5+ minutes of... with its 5 minutes of gameplay and its overtime included. These teams already matched that goal-scoring outlet here in just the first minute. And, well, we're going to be seeing more as Preston with the dribble. Gonna make this 3. He's got a little touch out for Sabres. He's trying to shoot back post. Uncle Ben has the block. Swordfish trying to get offense here as OUG is starting to demo this team off the field. They recognize that the Swordfish team is taking a pretty slow approach to this game. But you don't like that. They're going to make them demo it off the field because of that, and they don't have a problem using that pace in their advantage as Zero Fighter. Blue Sabres keeps it up. Preston, one touch off the back wall, looking for the second. Preston, don't go Ben. But Sabres nowhere to be seen. He's not going to challenge this one. Says Swordfish Vote will have the ball, but Zero Fighter challenged by Preston. The dunk as well. Wait a second, is it open for Preston? Well, it was, but Zero Fighter got back. Some impressive defense for Swordfish Vote, but it's not defense they need. They need to get to that offensive output that they haven't been able to get all series long. Only 1 goal last game, and the same amount this game as OUG Overcast looking to waste time. Sabres, the back wall, double commit from OUG, but a self-inflicted mistake isn't going to cost them. There's Uncle Ben. Preston, sent down the field. And off the corner goes Preston. Zero Fighter. Gonna get that light touch. Another challenge coming, and OUG again just not going to go away. Relentless on their attack. Swordfish Volts have had to deal with them, and they've done it very well, but when you take that many challenges and a team that is trying to demo you that many times, not easy to keep up, as OG actually did kind of get in each other's way there, but Swordfish Volts, I mean, that was another plan, going in the midfield like that. We're trying to see if Preston would get locked onto that ball and eventually remove any chance that Sabres get involved, and well, it's working here. This is in front for Uncle Ben, and he's got that final touch. OUG Overcast. Well, what they've done so well already doesn't help them here. Preston is very jumpy. Did not like any of that position he was in. He just couldn't get ready. He also unintentionally cut off Blue Sabres from ever challenging up, meaning Swordfish had a free shot and they made it count. Again, for a team that is struggling to get on offense, this is probably a nice relaxing sight for them. OUG are already back on offense again. Preston, looking for the net, dunked by a Zero Fighter, who can also bump into Uncle Ben. He's going to try to clear this one away. Sabers. Get past Uncle Ben, who's looking for that back wall. Uncle Ben, no second touch, but it's a miss in front. Oh no, Uncle Ben! Oh, that's not what he wanted. Just saved his own team from scoring, and if Swordfish don't take this game, that's going to be what they'll be thinking about. Uncle Ben at the wrong place at the wrong time. Just prevented his team from taking the lead. Oh, what a touch there from... Is that in? It was. Preston's going to keep it out. OUG Overcast almost shooting themselves in the foot. It's Preston with the clear. Zero Fighter. Off the corner. Here's another one. Bump in front. That's open. Uncle Ben will put that in. They may have stopped his team's teammate from shooting and scoring before, but he won't stop this one from going in. Uncle Ben smashes into the nets. OUG Overcast getting bumped out on defense. This is a team that stands still a lot for OUG. Swordfish Volts allowing their kind of more fluent offense get in the way of OUG. And again, we're seeing a lot more bumps and demos as now Saber's going for one himself. And he's connected, but Preston couldn't put it in. A bright save by Zero Fighter, who now running on absolutely nothing. It's Preston. Tap down for Sabers, who's off the sidewall here. Gets him on Uncle Ben. No shot, though, as he took too long to challenge Zero Fighter. Oh, no. That's an own goal from Preston. Zero Fighter will take it. Swordfish Volt lead by 2 as Preston in an unlikely situation to even give up a shot here, Zero Fighter. In fact, shot on his own net. It's an own goal. Allow Swordfish Volt to lead by 2. I thought things were maybe going well for OUG, but Swordfish Volt finding something else as... Interesting choice there for Uncle Ben. The flip reset that. I think he had a better time if he just connected with Zero Fighter, and now they've both overcommitted. And Preston will slide that to the bottom left corner. One Up Gaming Overcast are still well and truly in this, and they're letting Swordfish Volt know that very quickly. An overcommit from Swordfish. OUG are there to take advantage. And now the OUG team looking just to add another, tie this game up, but they may not get that chance. Sabers blocked there, but he's demoed out. Uncle Ben one-on-one with Preston. He won't get that final touch, but Zero Fighter will. He's missed. Uncle Ben, oh, and he's going to try to take it away. That one dunked by Preston. It's going to actually bounce up really nicely here for OUG. Preston, infield, and on! It is! It's on! It's Blue Sabers that take it! 0 seconds on the clock! And One Up Gaming Overcast are sending this to overtime! 0 seconds! A Hail Mary from One Up Gaming! And they connect! Their prayers are answered, but now they need to score again to take the win, and to have that 0-second goal matter so much to them. Flip reset, Zero Fighter. Looking to get Swordfish Volt their first win of the series, but Sabers, long touchdown field, Uncle Ben doesn't read it. Zero Fighter's there to be quickly onto it. Challenged by Preston, this will stay in that corner, Zero Fighter. Good first touch, he's actually got a dribble on this one. Going for the net, he's going back post! Oh my, Zero Fighter! Incredible scenes! Swordfish Volt! That's the end of game 2! What a game. That was exhilarating. I mean, really, it couldn't have been much closer than that. Again, a game 2 that started off horribly for them. OUG Overcast in the lead. That was incredible. And over time, that OUG will carry with them. The momentum's on their side. Sorry, Swordfish won that. The momentum's on their side, not OUG's. OUG won game 1 in OT. So many incredible moments, and well, we'll see if those incredible moments can continue into game 3. OUG Overcast have a lot to prove, and they're able to, again, try to make that game close, get that 0-second goal to tie things up, but ultimately it wouldn't matter. Swordfish Volt starting to warm up in this series, starting to heat up against OUG, and OUG cannot let them do it. It's a Zero Fighter, becoming a real nuisance on the field. Uncle Ben, more of the, he's gonna sit back and prevent anything wrong from happening. Zero Fighter, even more mechanical, hotshot striker. Is now Preston. Oh, what a team bump from Swordfish. Two players colliding as Zero Fighter clears. Bump on Preston will allow Uncle Ben to take the dribble, but he's challenged by Blue Sabres. Ben wasn't ready for that one. Fortunately for it, it will go wide, and Zero can take this one and clear it away. Swordfish Volts. Maybe a solo play. Zero Fighter. Preston's missed! Ooh, but it won't be a double tap there for Swordfish Volts. Not enough boost as Sabres will send us away. Now off the ceiling. Even in the midfield, but Zero Fighter. That is a great challenge. Swordfish Volts. And again, a lot of it coming to Zero Fighter. And really, all I need to see from them is just a bit more of an elevation from Uncle Ben on his play. Maybe not on offense. Maybe it's on defense, but something. Prove that he's also going to be playing a lot better. You can't always rely on Zero Fighter to do everything, although, admittedly, he's pretty good at doing a lot for this team. Again, Uncle Ben just waiting in the backfield for those chances. Preston. The Sabres. Zero Fighter with no boost, just gonna lob this one towards nets. Preston wanted to get that double off the back wall, and again, I told you, this guy, Preston's can be pretty mechanical at times. There, he won't be able to flex his mechanics. Instead, I'll have to watch as his team stays on defense. Sabres bumped, but he's not bumped out. We'll leave it for Preston, who's got the dribble. What will that dominance do? Well, it will steal the corner boost. That's all he did there. Now he's gonna look for a pass. Sabres off the back wall. Zero Fighter, he's in his own net. And Sabres will shoot, but oh, miss! It should be open. Preston, and that's gonna be a great save from Zero Fighter. Sabres now. That's back post. That's in. This one just a relaxed Swordfish Volt. Zero Fighter didn't get that first save, and then, well, he got the second one, but it doesn't matter at that point. His team is having to chase after this one, all because of one whiff, one mistake. One Up Gaming Overcast take advantage. And again, these games are not marked by the quantity of goals, but by the quality of them. You're not going to get that many. You're going to get a good amount of chances. You're not going to get many of them. And even few of them are going to go in. And you got to make those chances really count. Zero Fighter. We want to get that beat on Preston, but Preston's too fast for him. Again, OUG. Not afraid to challenge early as Zero Fighter just bumped out Uncle Ben. It's open for Preston. It's in! And Zero Fighter, who did so well last game, now ramming into his own teammate, removes both him and Uncle Ben. No chance for Swordfish Volt to get up to that one when both players are out of the play. One Up Gaming Overcast. A 2-goal lead, a 1-goal cushion at this point. Swordfish Volt, that offense is lacking. What we saw last game hasn't happened just yet. Whereas that team that was not afraid to get in the face of OUG, not afraid to get some bumps going as well. I haven't seen that from Swordfish Volt yet. I worry we may not be able to see it again this series, unless something can change as Zero Fighter. Removed off the field there by Blue Sabres. Now he's looking for the bump on Uncle Ben. Preston will have to give up with that challenge. Uncle Ben's first too, and he's actually looking for a shot. Close angle, Zero Fighter! Tried to tuck it in that back post, but Sabres was waiting there. And Swordfish. Well, they're waiting, that's for sure, but they might be waiting a little too much. They're not really trying to take these chances. Instead, they're seeing if maybe those chances will come to them, and that just isn't a likely situation here when you're giving up this kind of space and this kind of time to OUG. Uncle Ben, he's giving up that play. Preston in the midfield. That one bumped into the clear by the last defender. And now a chase up from Zero. Preston doesn't have it. It's in front for Uncle Ben. Blue Sabres first to it. And here comes Preston. The dribble, and oh, that's very open for him. Zero Fighter stopped moving. And he just missed. Timed that turn. Gave up immediately, knowing that's not going to help him in any way. An easy net for OUG. Swordfish really not making this game, really not improving on that last game. Impressive stat line. It's OUG who... waiting. Zero Fighter, that's a really good touch off the back wall, but Uncle Ben's waiting back. Sabers has missed, though, and maybe a chance for Swordfish Volt to get on the board. Uncle Ben, that's a quick one, and it will find the back of the net. Powerful from Uncle Ben. Preston, well, he already challenged off that back wall. Sabers, panic play, then he went for boost. Not as stolen by Zero Fighter as well, just to make things even tougher for him. And one goal back for Swordfish Volt. There's still some time left in this one. It's not a lot. And it may not be enough very soon if Swordfish doesn't get something quick. As Preston, I think he got a flip reset on that. We'll use it the 50-50. Other than that, they're still waiting. They're still searching for it. As here comes Preston, a second touch, looking for the back wall to get his third. Uncle Ben's just demoed out that defender. Here comes Zero Fighter, but that's ball goes right to Blue Sabers. And he'll be first to it. The dribble. Sabers looking at an exclamation point, and he's got it! A dunk on Zero Fighter. In the final dying moments, OUG Overcast just add one more. And it comes courtesy of Blue Sabers. And now they'll be leading 2-1 in this series. Swordfish Volt. Where was that last game performance? I haven't seen it from them at all this game. As if a switch flipped and they stopped playing like they did last game. I need to see this team get more confident. Because obviously once they don't have it, they're losing. They're losing quite badly. I mean, to have only 2 shots compared to the 12 of OUG. A stark difference from last game where Swordfish Volt had the offense. And OUG Overcast now only 1 game away from taking the series in a 3-1, not a sweep, a 3-1. We've seen what the OUG team can do, and well, they're playing pretty consistently. They're definitely looking to dominate those shots, and well, last game they definitely did. Now in game 4, can they do it again to take the series? All they need is one more win. Swordfish Volt trying to get themselves back into that, again, game 2 performance that we saw from them. This is a team that, you know, are the underdogs in this matchup, being previous challenger competitors. Now that is a great start for them. Zero Fighter right for the midfield. Preston got rushed in that challenge against Uncle Benny. In fact, gave it right to Zero Fighter. That's the last player you want to see have the ball in that position, because he will put that one in a tough to reach position. Swordfish Volt in the lead early on. Maybe that'll be the confidence they need to allow this game to be theirs, but they still need to play confidently for the rest of this game. It's not over just yet, and especially not in 2v2s where any margin can be comebackable if you think hard enough. As here comes a touch up, Preston. That's gonna go to the corner. Uncle Ben looking at the clear. He's got the dunk on Blue Sabers. It's open for him as well, but he's missed that touch. Preston will give it away. And now a shut down field. Uncle Ben with the block. Sabers. Zero Fighter. He's got past both. Wait a second. Where was OUG? That was a surprisingly slow challenge for Preston. And Zero Fighter given way too much time to go for that. OUG Overcast, for one, they double committed. Not communication wasn't on point, and for another, both of them just way too slow to that challenge. And surprisingly relaxed for a team that really shouldn't be. They're now down by 2, and things haven't looked very good for them at the start of this game. Whereas Volt looking to get a counter, as that's a really good shot from Preston. That's going to go in. Right off the bar. Well, if maybe you're a little worried for OUG, maybe Preston can help subside some of those worries. Because that is just a perfectly placed shot. Uncle Ben pushed up a little high, sure, but for a lot of players, that's not going to go. That doesn't look like it's going to go in for them. They won't even jump for it, and that just perfectly bounced right into the back of the net. 1-up gaming. They have themselves on the board here as Blue Sabers. Touch in front for Preston. It's rolling towards that back wall, and Uncle Ben will be first to it. Sabers makes it out initially. He will still get beat, but Uncle Ben facing after it now. OUG quick to make sure that one gets out of harm's way as Sabers The dribble. I can't believe he got back to that one. Zero Fighter. Little touch, but he's not going to get enough on it. It's Preston. And this game is tied. Sabers dribble to the target, and that's just a tough position for Zero Fighter. He's got to get that clear, too. Got a player to help behind him. It is OUG who find the net. There's Uncle Ben now. I want a demo from Sabers. Oh, what a pinch as well. Wait a second, Sabers. Thought he was going to get past Zero Fighter with that first touch, but Zero Fighter was ready for it. Now, here he goes off the ceiling. He's just got a really nice angle on that, but it will be pitched the other way. Uncle Ben's going to quickly get back. This one is actually going off the back wall, and Uncle Ben's misread it. It's Blue Sabers with probably the easiest goal of this series so far. Quite honestly, it was handed to him. Uncle Ben thought it was going in. I initially thought it was going to go in as well, but that one... And Uncle Ben, he's had a tough time this series. Definitely getting outplayed by some of the higher ranked players in this lobby. Starting to be left out to dry in some of these positions. By 1, Zero Fighter by 2. 1UP Gaming Overcast, who have no problem exploiting his lack of mechanics. As Sabers sent on the net to Uncle Ben. He's not looked all that comfortable getting to it, but he will get to it eventually. I look for the clear, but goes straight to Blue Sabers. Getting it right back, Zero Fighter. Preston. Boom ball territory, no one wanted to keep it, but here goes Preston. One last touch, he's got past the last defender with it. And so often, we see this from a lot of higher level players. You got that first touch, and you don't really need to touch the ball again until the very end of the play, just to catch that last defender. Having to wait on it. That's a higher level mechanic play, and yet we see it here from Preston. Great work from OUG. Now give themselves a little bit more than just, the lead. They now have multiple goals in the lead. They're looking for more still as Sabers gets that one past Zero Fighter, but he's taking that corner, that side boost, and now the corner boost. Zero Fighter, full tank to work with as the dribble. A flip reset as well, trying to get through Preston with it. Sabers will fake challenge Zero Fighter again. You can see he's a 1-for-1 player for a reason. Those fake challenges are really helping him out here as Swordfish Volt want him to challenge. They want him to commit. But instead, he's letting that ball come to OUG. And back the other way, they get their chance. It's Preston with his 4th. Change to the Dominus mid-series, I believe. I believe he'll get his Dominus mid. He changed to the Dominus mid-series. And while he's making that card change really work for him. Swordfish Volt cannot give up here. Still just under 2 minutes to go, but looking quite dire for this team as Preston off that side wall gets that one. Now a couple touches. Uncle Ben waiting, pinch in front from Preston. Uncle Ben won't have this initial touch. Sabers will challenge, but he's been forklifted over. Ben demoed away, but it's smokescreen for Zero Fighter. Preston always gotta be careful because Zero Fighter's chasing him. And it will still be Sabers who'll want to beat Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, though, gives it away to Preston. Off the back wall. Second from Preston. He's pretty consistent at hitting those. That one won't go in, but it does give Swordfish Volt a scare because OUG Overcast, not only are they wasting time by keeping the ball here, they're also on the cusp of getting another goal just to make things even tougher for Swordfish. As Preston, it's past both players. Low boost for Swordfish, and now the pass in midfield. It's open! And Blue Sabers will take it. Another for 1UP Gaming Overcast. Making sure this series gets further and further away from Swordfish Volt's hands. Some great control. Some great job running around that midfield. The Swordfish trying some kickoff strategies, trying to get at least one back quickly. That one off, but a second touch won't happen. Blue Sabers will act the other way. He's got the dribble, trying to end the dunk. It will be Swordfish Volt's ball again. Preston having the race back to keep it up here for OUG. Double commit from Swordfish, and well, they'll keep it still, but they're wasting valuable time. And that challenge from Uncle Ben just does the absolute nothing for them. Preston with his 5th, and this one is over. Sure, there's 27 seconds left, but a 5-goal lead for OUG. I mean, it can't be more over than this. They'll be taking this series 3-1. They'll be going up 1-0 in the seasonal record, as they are going to take down Swordfish Volt trying to challenge in that Challenger League, and I tell you, moving up leagues is tough. Swordfish Volt are learning that firsthand here as OUG Overcast giving them a real tough time, Uncle Ben. But you need to see a lot of improvement from him this season if he wants his team to be as successful as they can be. It's not really a fault of Swordfish that they're in this league, and again, they played very well in Challenger, but this is All-Star, baby. This is a much different league, much different competition, and it's going to be a lot tougher for you as one more goal for OUG, right on 0 seconds. Why not? Blue Sabres will get a second 0-second goal of the game, of the series. This one, though, well, it's just going to be a little cherry on top for what has been otherwise a standout performance for these players. 1UP Gaming Overcast, our series winners. 3-1 in games, 1-0 on the record. 1UP Gaming Overcast. Strong first week. Again, you know, when you talk about teams and them needing to perform, that's performing. It's performing quite well. 1UP Gaming Overcast. Again, it's the first week. It's a scary week for so many teams, and yet they are here to play pretty well. We're going to get an interview, but while that's getting set up, I'll tell you what happened today. Again, we had two different series today, both of them ending 3-1. OUG Sports taking down Aligned Pink, 1UP Gaming Overcast having just taken down Swordfish Volt. Two different series, same result really. But yeah, these teams are also going to be pretty happy for it to get a 1-0 start in their season. Really, they didn't ask for much better. I think we're going to get Preston in for an interview. Yeah, we are. Let's go quickly get into a call with him. Welcome in, Preston. Welcome in. Congratulations on your win. Quite a great start to week 1 here, taking on Swordfish Volt. A 3-1 victory. A good start for you guys.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it went pretty well.
Man, you specifically had a pretty strong performance, especially by the end of the series. Over time, it seemed like you guys kind of learned more about Swordfish Volt, more about what their weaknesses were and what you guys could exploit. What was it about that kind of final game that kind of carried you over the edge and really, for you, allowed you to be just so dominant?
Well, after that overtime loss, we knew that we just had to keep on challenging them because if we didn't challenge them, they were just going to beat us easily. So at some point after that game, we had to talk about, yep, we just got to challenge more. And I guess that just motivation just pushed us forward to have that win.
Well, again, you brought that excitement, you brought that offense, and I'm sure you guys are happy with that week 1 in. And again, these guys were one of the Uncle Ben was one of the best players in the Challenger League. He obviously got a pretty rude awakening here in a 2v2 All-Star League. Again, it's a huge start for you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd say they're a solid team overall. I mean, both teams both had mistakes, and one went out over the other.
Well, I mean, do you want to maybe explain a little bit more? Because, mistakes did happen, especially with that second game being as rough as it was for you guys. That was a game where Swordfish kind of peaked on you guys, and you guys kind of couldn't stop them. Can you tell me about that game and its effect?
Yeah, with that game, me and Blue, well, mostly me, I had some major mistakes that I needed to fix, and they were just capitalizing on them. So I knew after that game I had to fix those mistakes. And game 4, I think it was game 4, game 3, but I turned it around, and those mistakes were barely to happen anymore.
Well, again, you guys bring that offense, bring that pressure. I know, again, 1UP Gaming, an interesting kind of new situation because you were on Crossbar Bangers last season for 3v3s. I don't know if you had a 2v2 team.
No, they had their own 2v2 team, but I wasn't on.
Well, again, how does it feel kind of be on a 2v2 team? Your playstyle does work pretty well for 2v2s. You're a player who's, solid on mechanics. You can pull out those kind of interesting plays, but you can also just be really consistent. I mean, can you kind of tell me about kind of your adaptation to a 2v2 league? Because this is something that I haven't seen you in before.
Yeah, with 2s, I find I play a lot better in 2s, considering there's a lot more space to work around than there is 3s. Because with 3s, you mostly have to work around rotation, and there's 6 people on the field, whereas 2s, there's 4. But with 2s, you can be a little bit more mechanical than you can 3s, because if you're really good with your mechanics, in twos, you can really capitalize on goals really easily.
Well, you guys do that very well. Again, capitalizing on the plays in front of you. Again, congratulations on your win of 3-1. But before you go, any last things you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any final statements? We always allow players to say stuff, so now's your time. The floor is yours.
Shout out to Unknown, WORG. Always going to be with them forever. Me and Blue are going to pop off this season. So we're going to go strong.
Again, congratulations on your win here, Preston. A 3-1 victory here for OUG. Again, congratulations. A strong performance here. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon for 2s or 3s in the future. But for now, have an amazing rest of your night.
Thank you. You too, Sporty.
That was Preston there of 1UP Gaming. Overcast with their 3-1 win over Swordfish Vault. Again, congratulations to them. And thank you all so much for joining. What a night it has been. As let's get a quick raid going again. Thank you all so much for joining. A great night of action. I promise you we're going to have some more matches tomorrow. I've already got 2 on the line. We might even have more. But for now, thank you all so much for joining tonight. I'll see you again very soon.